Hey guys, welcome to J Plays. I'm Iceman, and welcome to my latest Devblog on my work on Nanatama Chronicle of Dungeon Maker, or as I like to call it, Dungeon Maker 3 for the Sony PSP. In this particular Devblog, you won't be seeing a massive amount of new stuff because most of the stuff for this one is done in the background. Because once you reach the point in the game that I've got to, where after, and this is spoilers by the way, so if you don't want to hear any story spoilers, you probably don't want to listen to the first couple of minutes of this. But anyway, on reaching the 18th floor, 19th floor actually, you encounter Satan, and after that encounter, sent straight, you teleport out and come back. After returning to your dungeon, you'll discover that all the dimensions are expanded out to the max. So on all the floors, starting from levels 1 to, well, the current ones done so far, 19, you can now maximize all floors to their fullest potential. So this opens up a whole other half of the game that that's completely optional, but if you want to do all the quests and get all the titles and all possible loot, find every monster, all that kind of stuff, then you really need to invest some time into expanding out every dungeon. So that's what I've been investing time into. That is extremely time consuming. So let me see. My last Devblog video was back on the 24th of November. So exactly 1 month ago. So we're now on in my place of recording in Australia anyway. It's now the 24th of December, so obviously we're Christmas Eve. So obviously, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that this has been a good year for you, been a very mixed kind of year for me, but it's been fun. Well, I should say it's been an absolute blast working on this project throughout the year. This has given me a sense of purpose, and I don't know, this project helps me through some dark times in my life and given me something to get my mind off things. So I hope that my work that I've done has been, as a result, something that's of enjoyment for yourselves in the content that you're able to discover and being able to play this game in an Englishy kind of way. It's not perfect. If I had variable width fonts and stuff like that, you'd be seeing this at a far higher level of quality. And I apologize for that. It's just that I'm completely new to this stuff. Prior to this project, I'd never done a project of this kind ever before. And I did ask around for help online and got no responses. So unfortunately, I've just had to do my best. That's what you've got here. So anyways, so as I said, most of the content that's been done is background kind of stuff. But if you do, like myself, choose to invest time into maximizing all your floors, you're going to have a bump up in habitat level for all of the floors preceding the ones you're working on, which in effect then increases your overall end total. So whatever your final dungeon is, that one will be maximized based on the work you've done on the floors before it. So even expanding out on the first floor has a knock-on effect to all the ones after it, second floor, third floor, etc. As of the point in time that I'm up to, I think I'm working on the third floor. It's either the third or the fourth floor. But there is so much content that unlocks when you get to this point in the game. Mainly in the way of quests. In fact, it's almost all related to quests. Some new monsters, yes, but mainly quest stuff. Alright. So you're mostly going to be hearing me saying about all the changes that have happened. There's not a lot I can actually show you besides the actual, like how I normally go through this, where I tell you what's been translated and I show you what's been translated. That I can show you, but I can't show you obviously the conversations. I can show you some of the quests and things. So anyways, so this devblog covers days number 124 in my playthrough, up to day number... This one's a much longer one. So day 134. So what's that, 10 days, I think? Let's see, was it 10 days? Yeah, 10 days. So normally this only goes for about 4 or 5 days of in-game stuff. So this time you're getting 10 days worth. Alright, so starting from the beginning. So day number 124, which if you remember, that was where we left off in the previous one. So the morning stuff had already been translated. For the dungeon, there was one conversation with Field that was translated. Oh, that was in the ruins, actually. And then items of... Alright, so Death Ring was the first thing. Oops. Death Ring. Death Ring I've been seeing a lot of. You know, the bits I'm working on at the moment. Is Death Ring. Death Ring? Fire Snake Fang was the next one. So Fire Snake Fang. It'll be like fs.f or something. There we go. That is this one. Fire Snake Skin. That one. Hades Wolf Fang. There's that one, I think. And Sliced Flying Snake. I think Sliced Flying Snake is food, I think. That's this one. Sliced Flying Snake meat. Okay. Then on returning back to town at the end of the day, one conversation with Claire, one with Elena, one with Frederick, one with Guido, and 3 with Sophia were translated. So one of those was a standard conversation. The other 2 were quest hints for 2 new quests that you get around that time. So, and I'll get on to talking about those in a sec. And new meals were unlocked for Boiled Flying Snake. I can't show you that because we're in the morning. And new monster research was done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 new monsters. So, Chain Skeleton is the next one. Or the first one. What was it? Chain Skeleton? Oh yes, this one. I remember taking that one on quite a bit. Is that in this one? Wow, is that in this part? This one? Okay. I've been playing this for so long, in between the last Devblog and this one, that I forget what was before it. Yeah, so there's Chain Skeleton. I've been taking this one on a lot. That's this one. Chow Tinby. Oh wait, no, I think that is humanoid, I think. There you go, Chow Twinbee, glowing orange fireball. Fire Snake was the next one. That should be here. Where are you? Oh, that's right. I think they have snakes under insects. I keep forgetting that. A snake is not an insect, anyway. There you go, Fire Snake. Goblin Shadow is the next one. Oh, that one. Okay, yep. Oh, I haven't translated that one. I thought I translated that one. Alright, give me a sec. I'm going to pause the recording and I'm going to go translate that one right now. Okay, translated. There you go. Not the best. I mean, it's because the word leader, Leaders, for leaders, appeared over here, so not the best, but I mean, look, at least it's got everything all within the lines. Nothing's overflowing. Anyways, so that's Goblin Shadow, so that one's now done. Where was I? Shadow. Next was Hades, Wolvan, Skull. That'll be under Beast. Unfortunately, Hades, Wolvan, Skull, if you think about how many letters would be in that, that doesn't fit that, so that's as good as I can do. That's this one. Wizard Leader was... Oh no, Lizard Leader was the next one. Not sure which one that'll be under. Oh, there you go. I haven't encountered this one yet, but this is for the quest. It gave me at least the shadowed version of it. I need to find that one for a quest, but I haven't been able to encounter it yet. I know what I need to place, and I've got them placed, but it hasn't shown up yet. Wizard is the next one. Only gave me 3 letters. So that's this one. Now, by the way, so I think at this point in time it was more referring to the original text that you get for it. So when you get it as a quest that you need to encounter a wizard. So probably not this text, but both versions anyway have been translated. And Wonder Claymore is the next one. That's this one. Okay. Then there was 3 new quests that were translated. Let me think. Gold Collar. I've got that one. I've got that one completed so far. Let's see. Gold Collar. That's this one. Both the standard text and the stuff you got from Sophia are all translated. High Razar Feather Ornament. I haven't got that one done. That's the one that I need the Lizard Leader for. That's this one, I think. Yeah, that's this one. And Mirror Stone, which I've got that one done. That one, because you need to that Shadow Goblin one that I showed you before. That's what that one relates to. So Mirror Stone. That one there. Okay, so that was day number 124. For day number 125, in the morning, 1 conversation with Elena, 2 with Frederick, 1 with Guido, and 2 with Sophia were translated. A new quest for Scorching Lava Stone was translated. Let's see, Scorching Lava Stone. I might just have it as Lav Stone or something like that. I haven't found that item yet. That's this one. And Under Giant, that's another one I haven't got finished yet at the moment. That's this one. Translated. New monster research on Craft Goblin. I haven't encountered that one yet. That is... Where's Craft? That's this one. Craft Goblin. So apparently you need to place fire rooms in moon areas. Oh no, it's not fire rooms, sorry. Blacksmith rooms in moon areas. I've done that, but they haven't appeared yet. And Under Giant is the next one. I think it's down as humanoid, I think. That's this one. Haven't encountered that yet. For the dungeon, one conversation. Now, this was related to a new character that you get in the party. So, a conversation for the Phantom Beast. Now, Phantom Beast, once you've done that conversation, will be one of your new. That's this party member here. Now, you can't really see it from the icon, but this orb character is basically the Ginyu that you get in Dungeon Maker 2. The only catch is that it only lasts for a certain amount of time, and you can't control what form it takes. But as you level it up, it gains more and more forms that it can go into. But it's totally random which one it picks. That's the only catch. And some of them are better than others. Like these three, Tiger, Valkyrie, and Wizard are good forms. Plant is crap. Bee, that's probably the only bad one. Bee is alright. Lizard's alright. Quetzal is the Quetzalcoatl. That's a good one. And Dragon Pup is a good one. They all have good HP. But if you get Plant, or sometimes, well, Bee's okay. Basically, if you get Plant, it's only going to last like 2 seconds. It'll die in like one hit. The rest are good. So it's a good one to level up. I've been slowly leveling them up. Got them up to level 53 at the moment. So I've unlocked a few of the ones. In the beginning, you only have like about 1 or 2 forms to choose from, I think. It might be three forms actually. And then after the at every couple of levels they gain an extra form that they can change into. So I'm still leveling them up because I want to get them up to level 60, which is what the rest of level 60. Yeah, level 60, which is what the rest of my orb characters are at. So probably get some more translated later on. Anyway, so that's a good one to hunt for in the ruins. So if you reached level 19 and encountered Satan, be sure to check the ruins because there'll be a new section that opens up where you can get this character. Unfortunately, they don't have any gear that they can equip, unlike Dungeon Maker 2. But yeah, that's the main negative. So I'll say it's interesting to get them. It's cool to see what unlocks for this character, but its usefulness is nowhere near as good as in Dungeon Maker 2, and it doesn't lean as much into the hardcore gaming kind of side of things. Because in the other one, if you leveled each form up to the max as you did it, it would gain permanent buffs that would persist regardless of whatever form it took. So once you unlocked it, it would be present across all the forms it took, whereas that doesn't exist in this. So that's a bit of a pain. Anyway, I digress. So new items that were translated in the dungeon. Flamberge, that's one I've got equipped at the moment. That is this one. Very good longsword. Next was Horn Orc Loincloth. So that's... So loincloth. What was it? Horn Orc. That is this one. Not very good, but you do get to unlock it. Phantom Beast Orb. That's when you get the Phantom Beast character. So that's a key item. That is this one. And Wave Root. So Wave Root. I don't think I've got that one on any of my characters. It's okay. So that is this one. There you go, Wave Root. Looks like it gives you some poison resistance. I'm guessing from I don't know what that is translated to, but just the color of green. I'm guessing it's a poison resistance, maybe. And then on returning to town, only one conversation with Elena was translated, which takes us now into day number 126. For day 126, one with Elena, conversation with Elena, one with Frederick, and one with Sophia were translated. New building materials were translated because at this point you get one extra new building material. Now that building material is for the altar kit. Now, the altar kit, if you've played the previous games, even Dungeon Maker 1 had this. So that is this one here. It's basically a room that you want to place if you want to get undead creatures to start appearing. So that's that one there. That's translated, and a new quest. I've got this one completed, but it is... There's this one. Defeat the vodka gang found at bars near treasure rooms. Now, the translation said that you had to defeat the gang. The truth is that you only have to defeat the leader, and you only encounter the leader. So, I don't know. The translation was a bit funky from, you know, Google Translate and DeepL, which I've been using. So, those ones, no, it really is just the leader you have to take out. But anyway, that's translated. Then into the dungeon, only one new item was translated. That was the shiny sword. That is this one. Looks cool, not as good as the Flamberge. Okay, and that was it for the dungeon. On returning to town, one conversation with Claire, Guido, Professor, and Sophia were all translated. New monster research was translated for the Lich Lord. I don't think I've encountered that yet. That's one of those side quest kind of ones. Lich Lord. Yeah, that's one of the new enemies in this game. So that's this one. And that's for day number 126. For day 127, there was no new conversations in the morning, but several new items were translated. First is fork pike. That'd be a spear weapon, just from the name. That is this one, fork pike. Try saying that 10 times. Hellhound fur was the next one. So Hellhound fur. Then Haplon shield was the next one. So Haplon shield. That is this one. Tusk boar fur was the next one. So tusk boar fur. I think that's this one. And then tusk boar meat. That is this one. Unfortunately, there was only 3 letters available, so it had to be TBM. Okay, then that was it for the dungeon. On returning back to town, one conversation with Elena, Frederick, and Guido were translated. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters that were translated. So the first is Hellhound. That is this one. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of that monster. Then the next is Maid. Now, if you've played the previous games, Maids should be quite familiar too. That is, I think, here. I think I had to do it as May, or like M-A-I or something. Yeah, there you go. As you see, they're very similar in appearance to the Human Alliance. It's just basically the outfit that they're wearing is different. That is this one. And you need to defeat them, this one, to get one of the gold collar. So that's Maid. Plume Orc was the next one. There's this one. That's a new enemy for this game specific. It's a new variant of Orc. So that's this one here. Skeleton Knight is the next one. Oh yeah, that one I've seen a lot of that enemy. If you get to on level 18, you get to fight a lot of these, even in 17. So that's this one here. That is the Skeleton Knight, and Tusk Boar is the last one. It'll probably be TB or something like that. Tusk Boar. Oh yeah, I've seen a few of those. And one new meal was translated for the Tusk Boar pie. Okay, that takes us into day number 128. Very little was translated on this day, just a conversation at the very end of the day with Elena, and that was it. Nothing, no new items or monsters for that day. But day number 129, no new conversations in the morning. In the dungeon, 3 new items were translated. So first is Tinabi Flint. Isn't it Chinbi? Chow Tinbi. That'll be this one, I think. And then Wizard Hat is the next one. So that's from the Wizard enemy. So Wizard Hat. That is this one. Oh no, that's Wind Wizard. Probably like Wiz or something like that. Yeah, there you go. Wizard Hat. And Wizard Robe. There you go, Wizard Robe. On returning back to town, there was one conversation with Elena that was translated, and 2 new monsters were researched. So the first is Chimera Bee Queen. So if you've seen the Chimera bees, it's basically the queen variant. I've only encountered that once so far, but that's this one. And Wizard was the other one. Didn't I already have Wizard? Oh, that's right. I think it's the RLab research. Yeah. So like I said before, so this is when I got the RLab info. Alright, that was day number 129. We're now on to day number 130. In day number 130, one conversation with Frederick was translated, and the 15th letter that you receive in the game was translated. And we got a new item of Silverlock. Now, this one I don't think I'll have anymore because I've used it already to get a silver treasure room. So, if you happened to get the particular title that's related to this, I believe it's if your dungeon rating gets up to 1000 in rating, which if you take on the expansion related, like expanding out all your floors, getting to 1000 dungeon rating shouldn't be that difficult. Like if you look at my current one, I've currently got, if you can see this number, if you can see my mouse cursor, see where it says rate? So 1129, so my current dungeon rating is 1129. So it's not too difficult. If you're maxing out every level, you should get this no problem. So if you get to 1000, you'll get a silver lock, which allows you to create silver treasure rooms. I think I got that in Dungeon Maker 2 and not 1. But I can't remember which game they added that in on. It might have been even number 1, but yeah, I can't remember. But I've definitely had it in one of the 2 games, definitely. So you basically just get better loot from that one. I still need to translate one bit related to that, but that'll be in the next demo update after this one. But anyway, the Silverlock itself has been translated, and the new title of Dungeon Master. So Dungeon Master. There we go. Dungeon rating of 1000 plus rating. That's this one there. Okay. Okay. Alright, and then for the dungeon, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 new items that were translated. So the first is... Whoops. Cave Needles Needle. Trying saying that 10 times. So Cave Needles and Needle. That is this one. And then Cherry Staff was the next one. So Cherry Staff, that drops from the maids. Oh, it should be here. Oh no, that's Mace's. There's Cherry. Oh, there we go. Cherry Staff. And then Gold Collar. I don't have that anymore. That was the quest item for the Gold Collar quest. And Wizard Staff is the next one. Should be in the same area I was just in. So, Wizard... That's this one here. Very nice looking weapon. Very nice. That's the Wizard Staff. Then, on returning back to town, 1 conversation with Claire was translated, and 2 new monster research ones were done. So the first is Cave Needle. Where's Cave Needle? That is this one? Oh yeah, I fought a few of those. That's this one. It's like a flame variant of the Needle monster. Or Needle Goblin. And Dark Slime is the next one. That'll be under Slimes. There you go, Dark Slime. That's this one. And new item of Murasame. It's a weapon. Like I think that's a... If I remember correctly... I could be wrong. I think that's a... One sec. Where do I go? Oh, that's right. Okay, I don't think it's... Oh, it's a ninja sword. There's this one, Murasame. Very good. Make sure you give that to Aoi. She'd definitely like it. Okay. That takes us on to day number 131, so only 3 more after this one. For day number 131, 1 conversation with Claire, Frederick, and Sophia were translated. A new quest for the 4-leaf ring. I've got that one. I've definitely completed that one. That's Kia. So 4-leaf ring. There you go, 4-leaf ring. That's that one. And new building materials of Silver Room Treasure Kit. Let's see if it shows it. It probably should. I don't know if it will. Yeah, there we go. So Silver Treasure Room, 2 chests. So that's that one there. That's translated. And then several new items were translated. Broken Platinum Armor. That's one I'm investing stuff into at the moment. So Broken Platinum Armor. That one here. Comrade Soul. Oh, what was that one? I think that was... Let's see if it was here. I can't remember which one that was, like, what kind of item that is. Comrade Soul. That could be a couple of things. Oh, actually, I think it's a shield. It's either a shield or a weapon. It could be a weapon. Alright, let me do a search on that one. Comrade Soul is a axe. Okay. That's this one? Give me a sec, let me get back to where I was up to. Okay. Dark Lance was the next one. That's this one. That's one I'm using on my main character at the moment, just to level up spears, so I can translate the spear-related abilities that you can do. So Dark Lance. That's this one. Not too bad at all. Not too bad for a main weapon. Mirror Stone is the next one. I won't have that on me because that was a quest item, but I've got that translated. And Wizardry Bracelet was the next one. Bracelet. It's gonna be like wiz.br or something like that, or wiz.b. No? Ah, it's this one. Wizardry Bracelet, I meant to say. So that's translated. Then I'm returning to town. One conversation with Claire, 2 with Guido, 1 with the Professor, and 1 with Sophia were translated. 3 new monsters were researched. Chest Trap Beast. I haven't encountered this one yet, but I'm not sure what category that will be under for Chest Trap. Might be humanoid, maybe. Could be a few things. Actually, if it's Chest Trap Beast, it'll be under Beast. There you go, that's this one. So Chest Trap Beast. Unfortunately, wasn't much letters available, so that's as much as I could put. Komodo Dragon was the next one. Oh yeah, I've fought a lot of that one. That's also a beast. You need the Komodo Dragon for one of the quests that Frederick gives you towards the end, around this point. So he gives you a quest to get Komodo Dragon thigh meat. There's this one here. Looks very similar to lizards. If you see, just a color variation. Other than that, they're the same monster. So that's this one. And Platinum Armor was the next one. That's definitely under humanoid. There you go, Platinum Armor. So you need to take on this one if you want to get the next range of weapons and armor. Okay? That's day number 131. On to day number 132. For 132, 1 conversation with Frederick, Guido, and Sophia was translated. And 1 new quest, as I mentioned, of Komodo thigh meat. So I've got that one finished. But that is... That's this one. So that's translated. Then quite a lot of items were translated. So the first is Mirror Shield. So you get that for getting the Mirror Stone for the Mirror Stone quest. No, I don't have that equipped at the moment, but that should be in here. Is that this one? Yeah, Mirror Shield. It's pretty impressive looking when you got it on. All the rest are all stuff you can go to Guido to get made. I haven't had the resources to make any of them yet, but as of this right now, I probably do now have enough. Anyway, let's see from the beginning. The first was, let's see, Poison Bow. That's this one, translated, and the rest are all Platinum Armor stuff. So we got Platinum Helm, oops, Platinum Plate, Platinum Fold, Platinum Greaves, and Platinum Gloves. Those are all translated. And that's for those ones. So if you get enough Platinum, you got the resources, you can get these made. They cost quite a bit, but it's worth getting. Alright. Then for new items that were done in the dungeon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 items. So for these ones, so black robe is the first one. There you go, black robe, that's that one. 4-leaf ring, that's one you need for the... I don't think it's probably going to appear here, but I'll check. It should be a key item, I think. Yeah, it's a key item, so I've already given that back, so I can't show it. Maid ring is the next one. There's this one. Poison ring. There's this one. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of letters available, so that was as good as I could do. And Thunderstaff is the next one. Thunderstaff. Okay, and then on returning back to town, one conversation with Claire, Elena, and Frederick were translated. 2 new monsters were researched, which was Black Goblin. Oh yeah, okay. There's that one. He drops the thunder staff in the black robe, as you can see. Devil Plant is the next one. I've encountered this one, and then got a quest for it, so I just need to fight it again, and then I can get that one finished. So that one, Devil Plant. So if you're doing the expanded floor stuff, this is one of the early floor ones you'll encounter. So Devil Plant, that's this one. It's like a Venus flytrap kind of thing. And a new item of Royal Shield was translated. I think I'm got that on my main character at the moment. I think. Yep, there you go, Royal Shield. So that one's pretty good. And that takes us into the second last day of day number 133. On day number 133, one conversation with the professor and one with Sophia were translated. One new quest for Devil Plant Fangs. So that Devil Plant I showed you before, you just need to get the fangs of that one. So that is this one here. And then in the dungeon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new items were translated. So the first is Damascus Spear. That's this one. It's okay. Not as good as the Dark Spear, like the Dark Lance. You know, look, 62 compared to 58, so it's just off. Dark Crystal was one of the next ones. So no connection to the awesome 80s movie. But this one is a smithing material. So what was it? Dark Crystal. There you go, Dark Crystal. Komodo Fang was the next one. There you go, Komodo Fang. Komodo Thigh Meat. That one. And Moonlight Axe is the next one. So Moonlight Axe. There you go, Moonlight Axe. Then on returning back to town, one conversation with Elena and one with Frederick were translated. And new monster research of Dark Element. This one was translated. and 1 new meal of Komodo meat barbecue. This takes us on to day number 134, so we're now just at the end. So at this point, the only things that were translated for day number 134 so far was the 16th letter that comes in, a new item of the Fighting Wolf route. I think I've got that on my main character at the moment. That is... There you go, Fighting Wolf route, that's this one. And new title for the Treasure Hunter. There you go, Treasure Hunter. So if you get that particular title, you get that route I just mentioned. And that's about it for what's been translated. So there's quite a lot of background stuff. But if you are doing up to about the 18th floor and you are working on expanding your existing floors, then all of this will be of benefit to you as these are quests that come up. I don't know, by the way, if every playthrough is randomized with quests. So one good thing of me translating all the quests that are now coming up, because when you hit this point in the game starts throwing every single quest at you, regardless of if they're low level or not. So that's good. So if there just happens to be randomized quests in this game, I'll get them with this, because it's going to be throwing every single one of them at me. So, you know, I won't be considering this translation project complete until every single quest that I can get in the game's been translated. So, regardless of however however the length of time is that it takes me to get it done. Alright, the last thing I'll do is I'll give you a quick show of what's to expect in this one. Again, if you're going to be going beyond the 18th floor, I haven't done any of the content for 19 and up. I've only done 19 as far as the first time you go there, and also if you visit back after that. There's like a conversation you have with Phil when you go back. But after that, I haven't developed the level, I haven't invested time into it. I'm currently expanding out my floors. So let me have a look here. I'll try and find the extra bit where you get the beast thingy. I think it was down this way. You can see the royal shield on me at the moment. I haven't made any of the platinum armor yet, but I'm going to. So probably in the next video, you'll see my character looking very different. Currently, he's got the golden armor, so it'll be platinum by the next video. So, if you want to get the beast character, if I remember correctly, it's here that you find him. And you gain access to this bit down here. And one chest. I can't remember if there's anything in the chest or not. But if there was, I've translated it. There's nothing else, as far as I know, elsewhere. So at this point, just about every place in the dungeon that you can get to, other than I think 2 rooms, I've been to now. So in my current playthrough. So let's show you some of the stuff to expect in the dungeon itself. Again, as I said, I've just been working on expanding, so a lot of it, there's not much new to show. But I'll just show you what the floors look like. And also the effect that the improving them has. I'll bump up the volume too. Okay, hope you can hear me above it all. Okay, so, as I was saying... Actually, I'll put the volume down a little bit. Okay, so if you start improving all your floors... I'll show you a bit further ahead. So if you see the dimensions on this one... After you meet Satan on the 19th floor, you'll then be able to build these out all the way... Yeah, you'll be able to build these out all the way in all directions out to their maximum. So if you see, like, I've got here for my first, second, third, and I'm current. Oh, that's it. Okay, and I'm currently working on my fourth. So you can now build them out to the max. So what I've been doing is just experimenting on like different room types and seeing if I get any new monsters and things. You don't, except on the third floor you do. That's where you get the devil plant. Other than that, it's exactly the same as before. So yeah, that's about it really. I'll show you like the third floor. A lot of this you've seen before, so there's not much for me to show you. Let's say you expand out. So if you're doing the Devil Plant one, you'll want to have wind floors when you do that quest. If you get that quest. And the good side is, like I was saying, if it actually is randomized quests on every playthrough, what all my work I'm doing now will do is cover that stuff, so that regardless of what quest you get in a playthrough, it's covered. You know, it's translated. It's going to take me quite a lot of time to go through all of them, but I'm getting it done bit by bit. It's just that it takes quite a considerable amount of time to, you know, build your dungeons up and get the right rooms and come back on the right days, because some of them you have to do on very specific days of the week. Like we're based on the Guardian and Element days that it is. If you know what I'm talking about. But for the vast majority of it, what you're more doing is beefing it up so that your habitat level will increase. So once I finish going through the expanded bit, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But you can see quickly right here, the habitat level of this floor is 6. Now previously, before I started expanding on my floors outwards, this place had a habitat level of 3. So basically, the higher that you raise your habitat level, the higher in level the monsters that you can get, like within that range, like somewhere from like 1 to 6. And most of the time it'll be like level 6 stuff, or at least you'll get level 6 variants of the monsters that you would get on that, you know. So slightly higher in level, better gear, like better loot, and that kind of thing. Sometimes, but definitely higher level. If you're not aware of what these types of rooms are, these are the Guardian and Element rooms. So basically they will change in what they emit based on what day of the week it is and what either Guardian or Element day it is. So for Element rooms, it'll just do the Element day of the week, and for the Guardian ones, it does the Guardian day of the week, and it changes based on that. So you might get different monsters based on what particular day of the week it is, you know, for Guardian and Element. These ones don't spawn in. Okay. I'm not going to go through everything on these floors because they'll take ages. They'll take like another hour. And it's much more fun to try this yourself and see for yourself what happens, knowing that most of the stuff's translated, to a readable format. Anyway. Okay, so that was this floor's expanded. Oh, let me go a bit more. Yeah, so that was this floor's expanded stuff. So I'll quickly just show you the habitat level changes, and then that's about it. The rest you've seen in previous videos. So, like I was saying, as you expand out your floors, your habitat level is going to increase on all floors that are after it. So, from level 1, normally the habitat level on level 1 is 1, but if you expand it out to the max, it's 2. Level 2 would have been habitat level 2, but then the knock-on effect from this, if this is 2, even if this one was at a bad rating, it'd probably be about habitat level 3. If you expand it out, you get to level 4, which means the one after it would be starting at 5, with a maximum of like 7. What am I talking about? No, it would be 5 with a maximum of 6. And then this one's 8, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Oh, we got 28 now. Okay, so yeah, last time when I was here it was 27. So now, and you see the knock-on effect that goes through all the floors. So if you're working on every single one, you're raising the maximum of like the end ones. So now this one, which I have been working on as well, so now this one's up to habitat level 28. So that means any monsters that are capable of up to habitat level 28 can now start to appear. And so on. Okay? So that's the basics, alright? And that's the basics of what's been translated so far. So, hope you enjoyed watching this devlog. As I said, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all, and I wish you all the best. Thank you greatly for all the support that you've given me, both on YouTube, those who have supported me on Patreon. I massively appreciate that. Thank you very much. As per usual, I'll say if you want to support this project, Patreon is the best one. If you just want to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, that's fine too. If you have skills in ROM hacking, even at this point in the project, if you know how to implement variable width fonts, or even half-length fonts and stuff like that, I would massively appreciate your help on this project, if you know how to do that. Even just being able to do lowercase fonts for the text. Even if you could just get it so that I could, well, even if you implement, even in the Roman letter versions, if you just implemented all the lowercase letters to be usable, that would improve things as well. Though the half-length and variable width fonts would be the best thing. If you know how to edit images within game files, that would be great, so that we can get things like the, let's see. Oh, you can't see it on this one. If I go to the stat screen, you can see it. See, if you see like that there is an image file, so that needs to be translated. But I can't because it's an image. It's not like in-game hex code that I can change. It's an actual image that needs to be changed, and I haven't been able to find a way to gain access to that stuff. So if you know how to do that kind of stuff, again, appreciate it. All this stuff would make this a more polished and better looking project. If not, I will just continue on with the skill set that I have and do this to the best of my ability. And I hope that you enjoy the end product that I'm able to create by the end of it. Okay, so that does it for devblog number, let's see what number we're up to. We are up to devblog number 36, so this will probably be the last one of 2025, because it does take me quite a while to get through content in this. Alright, so as I said, that's it for this devblog. As I said, thank you for everyone who's been supporting me, and I will see you guys in 2026. I wish you all a good 2026. I hope it is a good and happy one for all of you. Alright guys, have a good one.